My sister is hosting a family roast, and unfortunately, I'm the main target. Every year, as the leaves began to change colors and the air turned crisp, my sister Anna would announce that it was time for the annual family roast. It had become a beloved tradition in our family, one that we all looked forward to with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Anna, with her impeccable culinary skills and a knack for creating a festive atmosphere, would transform our home into a warm and inviting space filled with laughter and joy. But as the title suggests, I was always the main target of the evening's entertainment. The roast was not just a dinner, it was a full-blown event. Family members would gather from near and far, bringing with them stories, laughter, and a few bottles of wine. The dining room would be adorned with autumn decorations, and the aroma of delicious food would waft through the air, making our mouths water in anticipation. However, amidst the joy and camaraderie, I knew that I was in for a night of playful jabs and good-natured teasing. As the day of the roast approached, I could feel the familiar flutter of anxiety in my stomach. I had been the subject of Anna's playful banter for as long as I could remember. From my childhood mishaps to my awkward teenage years, she had a treasure trove of stories to draw from. And while I loved my sister dearly, I couldn't help but feel a sense of dread whenever I thought about what she might have in store for me this year. The evening finally arrived, and as family members trickled in, the atmosphere was electric with anticipation. I greeted everyone with a smile, trying to mask my nervousness. My mom hugged me tightly, whispering, "Just remember, it's all in good fun." I nodded, but deep down, I knew that the fun often came at my expense. As we gathered around the beautifully set table, Anna stood up to make a toast. "Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you could all join us for this year's family roast," she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Tonight, we celebrate family, food, and of course, our favorite target, my dear brother." Laughter erupted around the table, and I felt my face flush. I knew what was coming next. Anna launched into a story about the time I tried to impress my crush by cooking dinner for her. I had spent hours preparing a fancy meal, only to burn everything to a crisp. And when he served the dinner, it was more like a charcoal briquette than a meal, she said, her laughter infectious. The family joined in, and I couldn't help but chuckle along, even as I felt the heat rising in my cheeks. As the night progressed, the stories kept coming. My uncle shared a tale about my disastrous attempt at karaoke during a family gathering. I had thought I was a rock star, belting out off-key notes while everyone cringed in their seats. "I think we all lost our hearing that night," he joked, and the laughter echoed around the room. Anna was relentless, and I had to hand it to her. She was a master at keeping the spotlight on me. She even pulled out old family photos, showcasing my most embarrassing moments. There I was, with a terrible haircut in the 5th grade, dressed in an outfit that was clearly a fashion faux pas. "How did we let him out of the house looking like this?" she teased, and everyone roared with laughter. But amidst the playful jabs, there were heartfelt moments too. My cousin shared a story about how I had always been there for him during tough times, reminding everyone that while the roast was all in good fun, it was also a celebration of our bond as a family. As I listened to the stories, I realized that even the embarrassing moments were part of what made me who I was. As the night wore on, I found myself embracing the roast rather than dreading it. I joined in on the laughter, poking fun at myself and sharing a few stories of my own. I recounted the time I accidentally sent a text meant for my best friend to my boss instead. The room erupted in laughter once again, and I felt a sense of camaraderie with my family that warmed my heart. By the time dessert was served, I was feeling more at ease. Anna presented a beautiful cake, and as she cut into it, she looked at me with a mischievous grin. "And now for the grand finale of the roast," she announced. "Let's hear some of our favorite memories of our dear brother." One by one, family members chimed in with their favorite stories, each one funnier than the last. I found myself laughing along, realizing that these moments, while sometimes embarrassing, were a testament to the love and support we shared as a family. It was a reminder that no matter how much teasing I endured, I was surrounded by people who cared deeply for me. As the evening came to a close, I stood up to give a toast of my own. "Thank you all for being here tonight and for making me the star of the show," I said, raising my glass. "I may be the target of the roast, but I wouldn't trade this family for anything in the world. You all mean so much to me, and I love each and every one of you." The room erupted in cheers, and I felt a wave of gratitude wash over me. I realized that while the roast may have been centered around me, it was really about the bonds we shared as a family. It was a celebration of our quirks, our flaws, and our love for one another. As I left the gathering that night, I felt lighter, filled with joy and laughter. Yes, I was the main target of the roast, but I was also surrounded by a family that loved me unconditionally. And in the end, that was what truly mattered. As the years went by, the tradition continued, and I became more comfortable with my role as the main target. Each roast brought new stories, new laughter, and new memories. I learned to embrace the teasing and even started to dish it out myself. It became a beautiful cycle of love and laughter. A reminder that family is not just about support, but also about celebrating each other's quirks and imperfections. And so, every winter, as the leaves turned golden and the air grew crisp, I would eagerly anticipate the family roast, knowing that no matter how much I was teased, I was surrounded by love. Because in the end, being the main target was just another way of being part of something wonderful, something that felt like home.